this morning from Dothan Nurseries and Buds and Blossoms is JD and Bobby Boone. And it's always good to see y'all. I hope y'all had a good holiday. It seems like it's been a couple of months since y'all been on the show, so welcome back.
Good to be back.
Thank you for having us.
Well, okay, so Caroline just was talking about warmer temperatures, but if it gets colder, what are some things that we can do to keep our plants, get it ready?
One of the main things I think of when I think of getting ready for cold weather, a lot more people have citrus trees now. I see a lot of, and they're doing well, and that's because we're having winters like we're having right now, where it doesn't get really cold. But it's going to be 70 this weekend, but it could be 20 the next weekend.
Right.
So as it relates to citrus, I would say have some sheets ready, that kind of thing. A bed sheet you don't want to put over a piece of plastic where it can't breathe. You want it to be able to breathe, something to cover it up with. And another thing is you maybe don't put up your Christmas lights yet. You can use Christmas lights and wrap your citrus trees up, and it's got to be the old school Christmas lights.
Okay.
You can't be these LED things.
One of that, I've never heard of that.
And makes your yard look pretty.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Also, historically in February is when we really get a hard cold. I've noticed that over the years, so we've got plenty of cold left.
Or even March sometimes. Okay, so is it okay to go ahead and prune crepe myrtles this time of the year?
Yeah, you can go in and prune them. You just prune them lightly just to shape them up. Don't prune them much. And they're heavy feeders. It'd be a good time to fertilize them on out in probably February, March. And they bloom on new wood, so when you prune them, it forces that new wood in the spring and you get more blooms.
Okay.
So,
all right, very well. And is it okay to go ahead and fertilize trees this time of the year?
Yeah, you can. It depends on the kind of fertilizer you're using. You wouldn't want to use something that releases real quick. A lot of people use like triple 13 or triple 10, which releases real quick. You don't really want to do that. But if you have our favorite thing is a slow release, year release fertilizer, and some of that you can put out now, and because it's so cool and it's wintertime, it doesn't really it doesn't release a whole lot. It doesn't really start releasing to your plant until we get a lot warmer weather. So you can do it now.
I don't know if you have any pictures you could pull up. You know,
yeah,
is it possible? If it's possible.
Production upstairs. Okay, they're getting them. They said they're getting them, so hold on. They're going to work on them. But the pictures that you had today were of the...
Well, I'll tell you, we've got in a plant that's kind of unusual. I hope the listeners will listen good on this one. The shishi, well, those are our fruit trees. We got in several hundred fruit trees, and most of them are recommended by Auburn University. But this right here, the other one is called a silver dollar sasanqua. It's a dwarf camellia. We spent about 2 years trying to locate some of those, and I got 250 of them in. It is like the pink shishi, but it is a white one, and it's a real hard one for us to locate, and it's a good grower, easy to grow. I'm not going to call it a white shishi, but it's very close to being a white shishi.
Okay, where do they come from?
Well, these came out of Louisiana, where I located them. But like I said, we've always tried to locate them, but you can't ever find them. And I found a guy that had some and got them in. But we plant, everybody else in town does, hundreds and hundreds or thousands of the little pink shishi, but we want a white one that's hardy like that. This is that one.
Okay, all right. And can you go ahead and prune azaleas and hydrangeas this time of the year during the winter months?
Yeah, and I asked that question knowing the answer was going to be no, because if you prune a hydrangea, most hydrangeas or an azalea right now, it's not going to hurt the plant, but you're not going to have any blooms this spring. So in general, hydrangeas, camellias, gardenias, prune them right after they bloom this spring and early summer. Okay. Or if you cut them today, the plant will be fine, but you're not going to have any blooms this spring.
Prune them and fertilize. When I prune, I like to fertilize at the same time.
Okay. All right, anything else you want to mention? Any other tips?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to y'all. I can't believe it's 2020 already. It just flies by, doesn't it?
It gets faster.
Good to see y'all.
Thank you.
And as always, we're going to put this full interview, if you're interested in contacting them, on our website at dothanfirst.com. And stay with us. We'll be back with more local news.